Oh, the end result looks good. A few ups and downs. I think anyone who underestimates Port's going to be in for a nasty shock. I know they've lost Schultz, and I'm not too sure how bad it is, but one would assume it's not too good. They may have to come up with a different forward structure there, but they've got the bigger bodies in the middle. What are the clearance rates? Yeah, we eventually got away from in clearances, but they're bigger blokes. Look, Boak's now he's got the bigger body. Thomas has got the Cassisi's always been good there. Corns, if he goes there. Gray's one of the best clearance players going around. Roden didn't have a massive influence, but can be and will probably be after he gets his stamina back from his knee. So, as I say, the worry to me was, and it will be right throughout the year, not so much a worry for us, but it's so evident. You clear the ball, you put massive pressure on the back line, you will generally score. You don't clear the ball, it'll go up the other end and they'll put pressure on and they'll score. The time when they got back in the game was we just did not adjust in the stoppages. Got cleaned up, they took it down there and scored. 2 before half time, and I think it was 4 straight after half time, or thereabouts anyway. But when we started getting our hands on the ball, we put them under pressure. And the games that we've seen so far, that's the 3 games, ours plus the 2 I've watched in the last couple of nights, all been around how clean you are at the stoppages, or how much work you do at the stoppages.
What did you make of the evenness of your side? It seemed like everyone made a contribution.
Well, we try to do that. Try to get the same game time with them, and we don't want to be one player focused, and I don't think we've been that since I've been coaching, and trying not to be. I think you've got to spread the workload. I'm too sure any goal kickers we had, but we had what's that, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 goal kickers. I think that says a fair bit about the structure, and that's not out of kilter with last year.
You tried to be even. Do you think you achieved it? Did you get the evenness you were looking for?
With the
across the board, I guess, across the
interchange with the percentage game time, or the whole lot?
No, that contribution.
Oh, I think so. There were a couple of players that had flat spots from time to time and lifted when they need to. I wouldn't say, if I looked at it and said, well, if there's a bad player, someone who played poorly, I really wouldn't have thought he would have had bad patches more than being a bad player.
You spoke yesterday about how difficult it can be midway through the last quarter, players running on spot.
Round 1, notorious.
Round yep. 1. 6-goal final term, finished off well. Was that a fitness thing?
Did we kick 6? Yeah, okay. I'll believe you. Well, I think that comes about because you get your structures right. I know we keep talking that, and is it the buzzword? Well, simply the football's now played differently, and if you don't adjust to it, everyone has. They're all looking for different types of structures and stretching the defence and wilting down or breaking down the zone and all that sort of stuff. That'll take place all year because sides will either adjust to it, accept it, do something different. It's quite intriguing actually sitting up there as a coach, just watching, as I have in the last 3 nights or three games, watching the coaching more than anything else. And we're even because we got things right. When we didn't get it right, we got scored against. So it's and that'll happen all year. But our fitness in the last quarter, we pride ourselves on our fitness. I don't say that Port, because we scored that Port aren't fit, but they had a couple of young players. Round 1, wonder what struck them. From NAB Cup going up, the next level is dramatic. There's 4 points. And even a bloke like young Cracker, now he's been around in the traps for a long time. He was amazed at the change, the pace of it. That's an adjustment. We know we're going to be playing some first game players, and we want to over the next 10 to 12 weeks. We want to see Keefe and Sinclair and Fasolo and others play, and we also need Wood, McCarthy, Goldsack, all those players that have played, get into the side. We need 30 plus players to prove we can carry in case of injuries or case of bad form, and that's been our goal last year, and nothing will change this year.
You didn't need to use McCaffrey until late in the piece. Did you feel that the fact you could play with a three-man bench had much influence on how you did?
Well, it's even.
Yeah.
They got 3, we got 3. Well, look, I'll be quite honest with you. Partway through it, I was thinking, this is a good test now. Midway through that quarter, we had it, I'd say, it's very hard to lose it from 8 goals in front or 7 goals in front. There was a thought process that I wasn't going to make that change at all and leave him there and go with 23, because then what it does, it forces the other boys to get that little bit more into them, and you come out of it on the other side tighter, but probably in the long run fitter. Now, we had a couple of boys with cramp, so it was a good opportunity. Brett McCaffrey's a wonderful player. I think he proved that when he came on. But he came on fresh, and you could just see the difference between what he was able to do. All the other players looked like they were just jumped on the slow bus. Everyone. And he jumped on he was down here at Albert Park. So that gives you an illustration of the tiredness of players by the end of the game. But I certainly did toy with not having a 20-second player play, just again, as I say, to lift up the game time for everyone. But we played 4 hard games through the NAB Cup, so.
What do you do with McCaffrey now, as far as management is concerned? Does he play?
Oh, he'll train. The worst thing about tomorrow morning, there's a supporter breakfast. He'll train, and he'll train hard. Will he simulate match practice? No, he can't. But we just need to get some work into him, and he will be seriously considered for next week. So these are the dilemmas that we will all be confronted with. How much game time does your sub get? More importantly, how much game time does he get over a period of 7 or 8 weeks? Because over that period, no, I'm saying 7 or 8 weeks for a reason. We have our bye 7th or 8th week. We would like to think the players that are playing have all got some sort of evenness in their game form, time-wise. So we don't want someone to be only at 30-40% game time when someone else is at 90. So the goal is to get to round 7 with a list of players that have played, like we did today, relatively even in time, which means you're supporting one another. If that makes any sense, because it made none to me. So.
Was Leon just ill?
Yeah, he'd be right. I think he'd be right. It's a first round. First round, you do not gamble with players' fitness. It's exactly what we saw today. Not hot, but hard game. Mistakes made. Fatigue sets in. If you're not cherry ripe, you just don't play.
Any injuries?
Not that I'm aware of.